Hello. So I want to talk about why magnesium matters today. Let's talk about it's one of the most important and misunderstood minerals in your body. All right? I cannot tell you how many patients come to me taking the wrong form at the wrong time for the wrong reason, and then they say magnesium didn't work for me. No, it's not the magnesium that didn't work. You were just given the wrong type. Today, I'm going to break it down so simply that you will finally know exactly what your body needs. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. We're talking about sleep, stress and anxiety, muscle recovery, heart rhythm, blood sugar control, hormones, bowel function, and here's the problem. Most people are deficient. It's what I see in the labs all the time. Why? Stress burns through magnesium, caffeine depletes it, alcohol wipes it out, processed food has almost none, and our soil is depleted. So even people who think they're healthy are often low. So here are some signs to look for. This is what I look for clinically: poor sleep, waking up at 2 and 3 a.m., anxiety or feeling wired but you're still tired, muscle cramps or twitching, constipation, headaches or migraines, heart palpitations, fatigue despite doing everything right. If that's you, magnesium is one of the first things that I would look at. The real confusion: types of magnesium. Not all magnesium is created equal, and I'm not a big fan of the proprietary blends, the ones that have everything in it, all the different magnesiums, because you might not be deficient in all of them. And a lot of times you're getting a whole lot of what you don't need and very little of what you do need. So I would say take them separate. This is where people mostly get it wrong. You have magnesium glycinate. It's the best overall calming magnesium. This is my go-to for most people. Bound to glycine, which is a calming amino acid. It helps with anxiety, stress, sleep. It's gentle on the stomach, and it doesn't cause diarrhea. It's best for high stress individuals, poor sleep, hormone imbalance, anyone with anxiety. If you don't know where to start right here. By the way, I am live. I'm actually trying something new today. I'm live on Instagram and I am live on Facebook. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll try to get to it today. I do already have about 10 Q&A at the end that I'll try and get to if we don't run out of time. But again, you can always reach out to me, Cindy at drcindyross.com. Happy to answer any questions. All right, number 2, magnesium citrate. This is one of my favorites. A bowel mover for sure. I like it because, again, I eat a lot of protein. So I want to make sure that my digestive system is working as good as possible. Want everything nice and cleaned out. This is one has a very specific job, and that's to get things moving. It pulls water into the intestines. It loosens stools, but you got to be careful because sometimes it can go a little bit overboard. So we want to make sure that we're not taking too much. It's best for constipation. Not ideal for people with already loose stools. Long-term daily use in high doses. Definitely not recommended. And if you're taking this for sleep, that is not the best choice. This is one that I started taking when I had a flare-up. It's called Magnesium Malate. I really like it. Energy and muscles. It's amazing for energy production. It supports ATP, which is your energy currency. Also helps muscle fatigue and soreness. It's best for athletes, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia type symptoms. And it's also more of a daytime magnesium. Magnesium threonate, brain health. This one crosses that blood-brain barrier. Supports cognition, memory, neuroprotection. Best for brain fog. I know a lot of you have that. I hear it every single day. Dementia prevention. This has been a pretty common concern lately that I've been getting a lot. So if that is a concern, definitely do your homework on it. Focus as well. This is your brain's magnesium. We have magnesium taurate, which is heart health, combined with taurine, which supports the heart. It's best for blood pressure. A lot of you guys are always asking me what's the best supplement to take for blood pressure. Highly recommend. Heart rhythm issues, palpitations, and again, always address it with your doctor. If you want to combine it with any of your medications, I would always talk it over with your doctor, help them understand why you want to take it, and just make sure everybody's collaborating on the same page. Magnesium oxide, not one of my favorites. I don't take this one. This is the one that you see everywhere, and honestly, I rarely recommend it. It's a lot in your proprietary blends that I was just talking about. Very poor absorption, mostly acts like a laxative. It's cheap. A lot of times when everybody's buying those cheap supplements, that's what you're going to get. It's not effective for replenishing magnesium levels. Okay, so let's talk about this. Magnesium L-threonate versus glycinate. Quick comparison. If I had to simplify this, brain threonate, body and calming glycinate. Most people actually benefit from a combination. Again, I would take them separately, especially because the timing of the day is different as well when you want to take them. So let's dig into that. When to take magnesium. Timing matters more than people realize. Glycinate, evening, it helps sleep. Malate, mornings, energy. Citrate, anytime, but usually in the evening for bowel movement. I personally take a powder. If you're a patient of mine and bowel movements have been a concern, I most likely have you on a powder. I've been using this Pure Encapsulation brand. Really like it. It's gentle on the stomach. It's not going to cause diarrhea, but it just helps get things moving. I do take a scoop in the morning, mid-morning, after I'm back from the gym. And then at bedtime as well. Threonate, split dose. You can do AM and PM, and yes, you can combine forms strategically. How much do you need? Again, I mean, it's only a suggestion. This is something that you probably need to collaborate with your doctor on. General range is usually 200 to 400 milligrams daily for most people. But remember, I don't guess. I test it. You cannot manage what you're not measuring. Functional ranges matter, not just the normal lab ranges. And remember, if you are highly stressed, if you're working out hard or you're dealing with illness, your needs go up. So make sure that you're checking those magnesium levels. Common mistakes. Let me save you from the biggest mistakes that I see. Taking the wrong form for your goal. Taking too much citrate will lead to diarrhea. Expecting one dose to fix everything, not being consistent. A lot of times these magnesiums are meant to be taken twice a day, so make sure that you're reading the labels well. Ignoring underlying depletion, which is stress, hormones, gut issues. Magnesium is very powerful, but only when you're using it correctly. If you're not sure what magnesium that you need, this is exactly what I help my patients figure out. We don't guess, we test, and we build a plan specific to your body. I want you to drop magnesium in the comments or send me a message, and I'll help point you in the right direction. So here's some Q&As that I often get asked during consultations. So I thought if one person had them, a lot of you probably have the same questions. Can I take magnesium every day? Absolutely. Magnesium is something that most people need daily because we burn through it constantly. Stress alone depletes it. The key is taking the right form and the right dose for your body. Why does magnesium give me diarrhea? That usually means that you're taking the wrong form, most likely citrate or oxide. Remember, oxide is the cheap one. It's found in a lot of your cheaper supplements that you buy at the grocery store, or too high of a dose. If that happens, switch to glycinate or lower your dose. Magnesium should support you, not disrupt the gut. Can I take multiple types of magnesium together? Yes, and this is actually where the magic happens. For example, I often have patients taking glycinate at night for calming, malate in the morning for energy, and it's about being strategic. My malate, I think, is chewable. Really like it. I haven't taken it much since I got through my flare. I pretty much stick to citrate. Glycinate for me personally, when I take it at night and maybe I'm taking too much, maybe I need to try 1 instead of 2 capsules. Maybe 2 is too much. I tend to wake up groggy in the morning, and again, I'm not a big fan of sleep, which is terrible, and that's something I'm working on for 2026, but I don't like to sleep. And I definitely don't like waking up feeling hungover or groggy or anything like that. So it makes me still a little sleepy in the mornings. So make sure that you are taking it and giving yourself enough hours to come out of that. I call it like a melatonin fog, is what I feel like it is. So again, there's no one size fits all. It what works for you. So I take a lot of citrate just because I like it for my bowels. What magnesium helps with constipation? Magnesium citrate is your go-to. It pulls water into the intestines and it helps get things moving. But I always say, don't rely on it forever. We want to fix the root cause as well. Something is making you constipated. Mine is probably my diet, so I eat a lot of protein. Can magnesium help with anxiety? Absolutely. Magnesium is incredibly calming to the nervous system. I see a lot of patients that feel more grounded, they're less reactive, and they sleep better once they get their levels optimized, especially with glycinate. What's the best magnesium for brain health or memory? That would be magnesium L-threonate. It crosses into that brain and supports the cognitive function, memory, and even long-term neuroprotection. I love this for prevention. So again, remember, if you are showing maybe early signs of dementia, that is a concern of yours because maybe a parent had it. This is something that I would investigate, do your own research, and see if it's a fit for you. Can magnesium help with muscle cramps or workouts? Yes. And this is where magnesium malate shines. It supports energy production and muscle recovery. If you're cramping, sore, or fatigued, this is a great option. And how long does it take to feel a difference? Some people feel better within days, especially with sleep or bowel movements. But for deeper replenishment, I tell my patients give it a few weeks of consistency, and this isn't a one and done fix, unfortunately. But we constantly have those stressors in the body that are going to be constantly depleting it, so it's probably going to be one of those supplements that you'll stay on for a long term. Not at high doses, just maintenance. Is it possible to take too much magnesium? Yes, especially with certain forms. Too much can lead to loose stools, fatigue, or low blood pressure. That's why I always emphasize personalized dosing instead of guessing. I'll tell you a story. I was taking, I guess, too much citrate, and it seemed to be washing me out, and it was actually hindering my iron absorption, which can happen. And I would not have known that. I wasn't showing any signs of anemia or anything like that unless I would have done my labs. And this was back in November, December of 2025. And I did my labs, and my iron levels were seriously low. And I mean, like, alarming low. And that's what it was happening was I was taking too much magnesium, and it was really messing with my absorption of my iron. So you got to be careful. Again, I'm my own guinea pig. I go through it myself. So no one size fits all. This is a really important question. What labs do you look at for magnesium? Great question, because serum magnesium alone doesn't tell the full story. I look at functional markers, symptoms, and patterns. Most people are normal on paper, but they're still deficient at the cellular level. Alright guys, that's all I have for today, but I am going to get back to talking a lot about supplements, because when I was doing like Supplement Sunday back last year, everybody seemed to really like that, and I kind of got away from it doing other topics. But I will start emphasizing more on the supplements just because a lot of you have so many questions, and there's a lot of chatter, and you don't know what's true and what's not. So I'll try to help coach you through that. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me, Cindy at drcindyross.com. Visit my website, lifewellnessforever.com, 251-635-7477. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you all.